It's the National Football League on EA Sports as we get set for a Super Bowl 21 rematch. It's the New York Giants and the Denver Broncos, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 25.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and for both of these teams that we're going to see, Charles, the future is kind of right now. You know, this is something you only see a handful of times in an NFL season where you've got a rookie quarterback versus a rookie quarterback. And I think a lot of that has to do with the era we're in now, because our dads, they didn't see rookie quarterbacks go against each other. In fact, it could be 2-3 years before they even saw the playing field. Nowadays, you get drafted, they expect you to play earlier, and these guys as competitors, they'll take their lumps early, but they'd rather be on the field. And off we go from Denver. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. Leading him out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Ole Miss. I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense. They'll start with a run by Tracy. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss. Second and 13. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws. On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain night, and it's a good one. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback. His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator. Now Dobbins again on second down. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, here's Nix. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
And this to a former Giant. It's Evan Ingram.
7 yards there and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 46.
Now it's Nix.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down. When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Throwing Nix.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 47 yards.
And the Broncos put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
Tracy going to get it on first down.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Boy, you go 3 and out on your first drive, and that's not the way you want to start this drive either. Doesn't seem like they're really into it just yet.
No, first 4 plays, you don't want to call it a disaster, but not looking very sharp.
Right back to Tracy. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw.
He'll get that to his tight end, Theo Johnson.
And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Bobby Okereke making that tackle.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their 1st-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And from the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, here's Nix. Open man downfield, it's Vele.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Nix from the shotgun.
This will be caught at about the 6. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up 1st downs.
Dobbins will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
They'll set up a throw.
Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson.
And he'll be down at the 46. Well, they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Back to throw now on first down. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10. A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw, and they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw again. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Giants have cut it back within a score.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Denver's offense now set to go.
And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Here's Nix. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
We'll get that complete to Velo.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 46.
Dobbins running out of the gun. He's got it to the 43 here.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 7. Nix to the air.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Marvin Mims.
43 yards.
And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
And New York set to take the field.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
In motion left, Robinson. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Open target here, Darius Slayton.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Left side, he's got Robinson.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now a play fake here on first down.
He's got his man downfield. It's Robinson.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Wan'Dale Robinson.
51 yards.
And the Giants are back within a score.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Gano for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it was finished up by a touchdown catch from Wan'Dale Robinson.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And bulldozing his way through.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
He'll air this one out for Mims.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. Harvey. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
From the 33, here's second down and 7. To throw is Nix. He'll connect on the out route with Ingram.
And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
A good pickup there of 20 yards.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
To throw, here's Nix.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release.
Nix looking to throw again. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Nix.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle.
The kick by Lutz is good. So 3 points on the board. As easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10.
And Robinson, the motion man right.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll drop to throw.
Catch made by Slayton.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw.
Once again, he finds Slayton.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Second down and 3.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Robinson's got it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw again.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. They'll set up to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
He's going to throw one up for the end zone.
And that is incomplete. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
The Broncos got a strong first half from their signal caller, Bo Nix. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Broncos offense and Bo Nix getting set for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Nix. Open man, and again it's Sutton. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So, to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Throwing Nix.
Over the middle, complete. That's Sutton. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. They'll go play action with Nix. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he will have a Broncos 1st down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Off the play fake, Nix.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Franklin.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and the lead will hold at 10.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Now 2nd and 9.
Back to throw here.
Bellinger hauls it in out left side.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
They'll hand it to Tracy.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. They'll go again with Tracy.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
That's complete to Slayton.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
On to give, it's Tracy. Alex Singleton, a former Canadian League star, in on the stop.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
Here's Tracy.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
And credit the tackle to Brandon Jones.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
They'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. He'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Back to throw again. Touchdown!
Darius Slayton from 4 yards out. And the Giants are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Gano now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Broncos offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Shoves him away, and he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. The slot man in motion right.
A fake on the jet sweep and a give to Dobbins. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 48 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking punting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Now a 2nd and 10. On play action, here's Nix. He'll air this one out from Mims.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And now out come the Giants. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. Now a play fake here on 1st down. There's a short one caught by Johnson. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it's 2nd down. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On the run is Tracy. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Now 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw here. This one is Slayton over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
Well, this offense hasn't been at their best here. They've made some mistakes. They've been frustrated. They've been largely shut down. But then you look up and say, wait a second, this is a 1-score game. So they're still very much in this, and they're on the move here with a 1st down.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On the ground, here comes Tracy. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll set up a throw. That is caught. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, Why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Second and 6. It's complete to Robinson.
Yeah, the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown, Giants! From 6 yards away.
And the Giants put together a 4th-quarter drive to take the lead. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
Gano for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
And coming out now, the Broncos.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here's Nix.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 2. Nix to the air. And this one complete again to Mims. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Just more of the same here. That's back-to-back catches for him to start the drive. They've looked his way quite a bit, and with good reason, as this duo picks up yet another 1st down.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, here's Nix.
And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Over the middle, he finds Vele.
Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
An important one here, no doubt. 3rd and 4.
Back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
Here's first down.
He's back to throw.
He'll get that complete to Vele.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
They'll look to throw. Touchdown, Broncos. A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Broncos answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Giants now down by a field goal, a little over a minute to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. He'll look to throw.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. It's 2nd down.
Back to throw.
He's got Johnson.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. This is Robinson, and he will have a Giants first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Just too many short underneath throws. They've got to get the ball downfield.
And in a hurry.
They'll come up now. 2nd and 9.
They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Pass complete to Robinson. And he'll be brought down. Still a yard or two short even of the 1st down. So things looking bleak here. They've got to convert on 4th.
The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Too far for a field goal. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
That was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles. And that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think Hope was wearing one jersey and Worry was wearing another on the other sideline as that final snap played out. Now, we've seen some incredible plays to win games before, but in this case, I think the distance was just a little bit too great for it to happen here.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.